Hello, everyone. It's time to take the gun and leave the cannoli here on the Godfather Minute. Minute 17.
Minute 17. Sweet 17. We made it, Alex.
Of the Godfather. Mm-hmm. We go through the movie 1 minute at a time. We only talk about stuff generally that happens in this minute. Mm-hmm. Although we kind of roam around.
We jump around a little bit.
Yeah, jump around. We jump up, we jump up, we jump around.
Just like the Godfather Foxtrot.
Totally.
So, Alex, here's your Italian lesson for the day.
Oh, sì.
E minuto numero 17.
Now, you're saying numero, and I'm saying numero.
It's numero.
Numero is Spanish?
No, it's numero. No, that's nothing. I think it's an incorrect pronunciation.
I'm totally making it
That's right, it's numero.
Numero dos.
So it's,
okay, so start out at minuto.
Minuto. Because that means it is minute.
Okay.
E
minuto numero
17.
17.
E
minuto numero 17.
Excellent.
Grazie.
Excellent. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You just need to learn the days of the week now.
No. So yes, we were just talking about minute 17. It starts off, we're at the Don's daughter's wedding day. Mm-hmm. The Don's daughter's wedding day.
Everyone seems to be having a good time.
Yeah, it starts off and we see the bride and the groom cutting the rug to the Godfather waltz.
Godfather Foxtrot.
Godfather Foxtrot. The waltz actually is the main one.
No, the waltz is, we're going to get to that later when Tom goes to visit California. That's when he dances the waltz.
That's true. That's where he makes waltz dance. So most of this minute we see it's kind of like there's two main things going on. We see Mama Corleone getting up and being pressured to sing to everybody. No. She's clearly just somewhat embarrassed by him. And then the other storyline that's going on is we see Sonny getting up to some... well, it's not really entirely clear at this point.
He disappears.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But he disappears, and it upsets his wife.
It does upset his wife.
So, which story should we talk about first? Which storyline?
Let's go with the order, and we see Sandra, Sonny's wife, joking with her friends. Let's start with that one.
Yes. Mm-hmm. We see Sonny a little bit before. Maybe it was the last.
No, you're right. It shows Sonny.
Yeah.
And then it shows Lucy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then it shows Sandra joking.
It shows Sonny getting up from the table. And then it shows Sandra joking, and she's has her hands a small distance apart, and then she increases the distance, and all of her friends go, oh, and then she really increases the distance, and her friends really start like, oh.
I don't get it. What is that about?
Well... I mean, this we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to get dirty in this part. Because
what do you mean?
Well, you see, Andrew, when a man and a woman love each other very much, it's funny because you.
Oh, I just got it. Oh my god! I'm sorry. Should we start over?
Yeah, let's start over.
I'm embarrassed.
Minute one. I assume she's referring to the size of a man's wiener.
Yeah, I think so.
Which
I know
so
because in the book, Puzo writes about that.
Which is strange because is she talking about Sonny or is she just telling a joke or what's the...
She is talking about Sonny.
So, okay, see, that's very strange.
That she's joking about that?
Well, just the fact that she happens to be referring to the size of Sonny's wiener when he turns around and he's about to go use said wiener.
Yeah, it's definitely...
She always just talking
about it. It's an interesting coincidence.
Yeah.
But maybe they were talking about it at that time because it's a wedding and...
Yeah,
there are kids around and it's about marriage. Maybe they're talking about Connie and Carlo. When are they going to have kids? And it just naturally led to Sandra talking about the size of her husband's wiener.
Well, I mean, it's kind of interesting in the movie because it's almost like a kind of subliminal. You see Sonny getting up and then you literally see her symbolically making a wiener grow before your very eyes. Like it's almost like it's kind of like telling you like this is what's going through Sonny's head right now. He's kind of like, like it's a weird scene.
How do you know she's talking about that? I mean, she could be talking about the size of the piece of wedding cake she wants, or the size of the eggplant serving the family was considering having.
You think it's like a Rorschach test where if you show it to someone and they're like, "Oh, what she like?" She must be talking about the size of the
chicken
pasta
parm,
dishes, or the size of the
lasagna,
yeah,
the size of the bridal purse,
the size of the bridal purse.
So speaking of his wiener, Puzo writes a little bit about it in the book. I can only imagine what's going through his head as he's writing this. So there's a part of the book where he writes about Sandra teasing Connie about the terrors of the nuptial bed. And so Puzo writes, Sandra speaking, "My God," Sandra had giggled, "when I saw that pole of Sonny's for the first time and realized he was going to stick it into me, I yelled bloody murder. After the first year, my insides felt as mushy as macaroni boiled for an hour."
Oh.
"When I heard he was doing the job on other girls, I went to church and lit a candle." They all laughed, but Lucy, who was present when she was describing this, but Lucy had felt her flesh twitching between her legs.
Whoa.
I'm going to stop reading, Alex.
It's getting a little hot in here, isn't it?
All right, until next time, leave that gun and...
Well, one of the weirder plot elements in the novel, as you know, is that the character Lucy, so we learn that Sonny has a giant schwanza.
I can't believe we're not using sausage. Sausage.
A sausage?
That's sausage.
Oh, sausage.
Sausage.
I just think wiener is the funniest. Wiener is the funniest.
Well, that's what you'd call Tom Higgins.
Well, half of it. So on the other end of the spectrum, according to the book, Lucy has a giant receptacle.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and she always has a problem because she cannot find any man who's like big enough to satisfy her. So I guess when she hears about Sonny's legendary capacol, that, Lucy's like, I gotta have it.
It's true. When Lucy was in college, she had 2 love affairs.
Love affairs.
And Puzo wrote that she had felt nothing, and neither of them lasted more than a week.
Wow.
Literally, physically nothing. Quarreling, her second lover had mumbled something about her being, quote, too big down there, end quote. Lucy had understood, and for the rest of the school term, had refused to go out on any dates. That's got to be a rough existence.
Totally.
So Puzo writes quite a bit about this.
Yeah, that's what's so strange about it, is that it's such a weird... I wonder if they were ever tempted to include the storyline in the...
he just bailed out.
I can't see how they could make it rated. I guess it is rated R already, but...
I wonder if when you read the Sicilian, the support materials, if Lucy's going to be in that.
I wonder.
Maybe her college days.
I can't wait to find out. It's very those passages do kind of perk your ears up when you're reading of long things about import fees and olive oil industry
business.
Yeah. So so I have some information about Lucy,
the character
Lucy.
All right.
After Sonny dies.
Hey, Lucy, you're too big down there.
After Sonny dies, the Corleone family sets her up with a hotel in Las Vegas. Well, they own a hotel out there, and she gets like a cut of it because she's the kind of squeaky clean front person.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we can't have someone with a criminal record, so let's give it to her, and that way it'll help.
Oh, interesting.
And but they also send her out there to keep an eye on Fredo.
Really?
Yeah.
Everyone's keeping an eye on Fredo out there.
Yeah. So
she's the face of the hotel,
she's
or the name of the hotel,
and
she's making sure Freddie doesn't get in any trouble.
Yeah, and then at one point she meets a doctor named Dr. Jules Siegel, who is apparently a lady doctor, because he's like, oh, I can do an operation down there that'll solve your size problem immediately.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Where did you get all this information?
I'm assuming it's in the novel.
I haven't gotten to that part.
Okay,
then.
Yeah. Sorry, spoiler alert.
So do they go? I guess they do go into the whole Las Vegas part about the move to Las Vegas.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because
they
they make that move in the book.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
So,
does she get the operation?
she does get the operation.
Does it work?
It works. She winds up marrying this Dr. Jules Siegel, and they live happily ever after.
Oh, so he does the operation.
He does the operation on her. Tightens that thing right up.
And then they start dating and they get married?
I don't know. You'll have to. I just know they eventually get married and they were dating. So I don't know whether it was. That's this guy's thing.
I know, that's kind of weird. I wonder if maybe he was dating her and he realized, like, hey, I ain't feeling nothing down there.
He does that with every girl he dates. He's like, I could totally tighten that thing up down there.
Oh, what a great line.
Although I don't know.
That's a terrible line.
Yeah.
You're just preying on low confidence.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
He's totally negging her. You've heard of negging, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so they live happily ever after until Michael Corleone, the guy is murdered, and it's believed that Michael Corleone ordered the hit.
Why?
Because
did he overdo the operation? He made it too good.
That science is too tight. No, it's because Michael suspects that the doctor had something to do with Kay's abortion.
Oh yeah,
like that. This doctor was clearly knew his way around down there, and so that he was so. There you go.
That's right, because Mike finds out that it was an abortion. Right?
Like their marriage is an abortion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of this whole
unholy union.
Little Sicilian thing. So there you go. So there's Lucy Mancini. Wow. And of course, her son, her illegitimate son, winds up coming back
as Joey Zaza.
No. Joey Zaza's the enemy of.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What's this? Mancini?
Lucy Mancini's son.
Yeah, but
ends up putting a bullet in Joey Zaza.
What's the name of it?
It would be great if every episode we could link to Joey Zaza, just so we could say it. What is his name? It's Andy Garcia in the movie. Yeah. We'll get to it.
It's not Sonny. You should have named him after Sonny.
Oh, maybe. No.
Anyway, we'll look into it. I'm sure someone right now, some big Godfather 3 fan is yelling at us right now.
Shouting into the earbuds.
Yeah. We can't hear you, dude. Save it.
Where would you shout if you're listening to a podcast and you were really upset and angry, and clearly you knew that the podcasters couldn't hear you, but where would you shout?
Well, where am I listening? Am I listening on a laptop? Am I in my car? Am I jogging? Am I lifting weights? Am I exercising? Am I rowing? Am I wrestling someone?
You're not wrestling someone. You were at work, like most Americans, not doing work and just kind of fooling around online.
But I'm on my computer because I mostly
you're at a lot.
I listen to most of my podcasts mobily. I listen to while I'm walking
around. Let's say that you got your iPhone and you're just connected with your earbuds.
In that case, then I would probably find the nearest person and tell them, like, hey, listen, I just want you to know that the son of Lucy Mancini is named Gus.
Well, you don't sound very upset. You said at first they'd be shouting because we don't know the name of the character.
Well, but see, I'm a professional podcaster. I know not to get upset. I know just go to the first person you see and tell them.
But I think most fans...
it's this feeling of catharsis of like, I got that out of my system.
But the real fans should know this. And I think I see it the other way. I see it like someone running up to someone in the street while they got the earbuds and grabbing them by the shoulder, shaking
Gus Mancini!
And say, like, his name is... boop, 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 and whatever that name is, you fill in the blank. Yeah. Kind of like... Don Vito soon will shake Johnny Fontaine when he's not acting like a man. He's like, his name is. Yeah. And he shakes him.
No, you know what I do? I go up to someone and like Michael and Sonny, like Michael and Fredo on New Year's Eve in Cuba. I go up to someone and I go, it was Gus Mancini, and then I kiss him, and then I
knew it was Gus Mancini.
And then I go, there's a plane. For some reason, they'll run away.
That's right. When you see that guy an hour later on the street, you go, come on, it's the only way out of the city. I'm still your brother.
That was a good impression.
That was, yeah. I just saw that on TV a little while ago. It's clearly overdubbed, but it's great.
The actress.
A little bit about the actress.
Jeannie Lanero.
How was she chosen?
There's no information about that. It seems like she was just, I get the impression she was probably cast more for the way she looks, because she looks like a Sicilian woman. And her acting roles were mostly Godfather. Her first role was Godfather. Her last role was Godfather 3.
Oh, wow.
As far as I know, she's still alive. It was not listed on the IMDb.
But she did other works, right, in between?
Yeah, she did. She was just kind of like it sounds like just a working actress. She was on small parts. She was on Mama's Family. She was on Welcome Back, Kotter. She was on
Whoa.
Archie Bunker's Place. Usually playing like a waitress or a
Did she
cop
play,
or a nurse or something like that.
Did she play Horseshack's mom on Welcome Back, Kotter?
Was it? No, it was Epstein's mom that always had the note, right?
Oh, I don't remember any of their parents.
Yeah.
No. They brought in the note from his mom.
One of Epstein's gimmicks was that he'd always have a note from his mom. The Chico character would bring a note from his mom, and so on. So
so, what was Lucy Mancini, or what was the actress's name?
Jeannie Lanero.
I want to respect their craft and refer to them as their actress.
I didn't make a note of it because I think she was just like, secretary or something.
Okay.
That most of her characters were just identified by their jobs and not a name.
She wasn't always leaving a scene with some guy.
Well, she got typecast as having a giant.
Oh, no.
So they always had to do scenes.
Oh, that's the worst typecast.
Give me a Gina Lanero type. So yeah, there you go. There's everything there is to know about Jeannie Lanero and Lucy Mancini.
And so back to the scene in the minute, Puzo writes about when Sonny and Lucy leave that scene to go take care of business.
Yeah.
Puzo writes, all eyes followed them. The maid of honor, who is Lucy, thoroughly Americanized by 3 years of college, was a ripe girl who already had a, quote, reputation, end quote. All through the marriage rehearsals, she had flirted with Sonny Corleone in a teasing, joking way she thought was permitted because he was the best man and her wedding partner, because she was the first, bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Right?
She was the maid of honor.
Maid of honor, yeah.
And Sonny was the best man. Mm-hmm. Something else I guess we didn't know until now, but Sonny isn't actually the best.
The best man.
That's he introduced.
That's right. He
Connie
introduced Connie.
Carlo.
Now holding
Hello,
her.
Carlo.
Hello. We don't talk business in the house. That's great. The whole dinner scene. Puzo continues writing. Now holding her pink gown up off the ground, Lucy Mancini went into the house, smiling with false innocence, and ran lightly up the stairs. We won't go into all that because we don't see that yet in the movie.
Okay.
So she has a reputation, which is odd because she stopped dating in college because of that physical problem, which Puzo
that was
had
the
written
reputation, though, because you think she wouldn't be known as a loose girl. So did Sonny like the fact that she had a giant burp burp? Was he like,
maybe.
finally a holster that can fit my gun?
It fit my Sazich.
Sazich. Wait, you put a Sazich in a holster? Kind of mixing
I was trying to think of what the equivalent Italian food would be. Like
well, let's just drop this. Yes.
Cannoli? All right, let's go.
Cannoli. The gun and the cannoli. Yeah. There you go. Perfect pairing.
So Sandra seems very disappointed that her husband Santino is gone missing.
She's going to light another candle.
Yeah.
So
Mama.
Mamma mia.
No. I'm going to do the background music for you to start talking about.
Well, I don't have any much information about Mama Corleone.
C'è la luna mezza mare. So Mama is convinced to go sing with the band.
Yes. And it's good because in real life, this woman actually started off as a jazz singer.
Really?
She was born. What?
I was just going to say, I'm not surprised because she sings really well.
Yeah, she's of Sicilian descent, but she was born here in America. Her birth name was Maria Grazia Morgana Messina der Berardinis. But she was known professionally as Morgana King. You can see why you want to shorten that a bit. It's a bit of a marquee nightmare.
Yeah.
So she was a jazz singer.
Excellent.
And
an actress too. Was she in other roles?
I don't have the information handy, but I will look that up. Mama recurs throughout the movie. But Anne Bancroft was at one point considered for the role.
Oh, wow.
And
interesting.
Here's the most shocking thing I just learned today. Mama Corleone, Morgana King, is only 5 years older than John Cazale, a.k.a. Fredo.
Oh, wow.
She's 5 years older than her quote-unquote son.
Interesting.
she's 10 years older than Sonny and Michael, and she's only 7 months older than Tom Hagen.
Wow.
But obviously she's not Tom Hagen's birth mother, but the fact that's really funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So much for realism in Hollywood,
I
right?
know, yeah. Well, but they sell it. It's definitely convincing.
Yeah.
I mean, the way she's made up and
yeah,
the way
she's dressed very dowdily and very matronly. I guess, is the term. So there you go.
And I've looked a little bit into the Italian. I wanted to learn a little bit more. When she arrives on the stage, you remember as they're coaxing her, she goes, no. And when she gets up there, she says, La stessa storia. It's the same story. That's what that means.
Oh, what does that mean?
I'm guessing maybe she's been called up to weddings before to sing.
Huh, strange.
Yeah, la stessa storia.
Unless it's like a saying that, like, oh, I'm sick of doing this, or oh, this has been done so many times that,
definitely. Yeah. And then she sings a little bit from a song, C'è la luna mezzo mare, which means there's the moon in the middle of the sea. And I looked a little bit into this song. I love it. I think it's a great pick. It's a Neapolitan song. It was popular worldwide, traditional style as a brisk 6/8 tarantella. And so it's originally from Sicily, a popular old song, and it was very frequent at Italian-American wedding receptions.
Was it, when you started singing it just then,
C'è la luna mezzo mare.
It almost sounded like I'm gonna buy. I remember there was a song that was adapted to a Italian dressing commercial.
Oh, really?
We'll go, oh, mama, Prego is the best. Oh, mama. I guess a lot of those Italian songs have that kind of like.
That melody that you just sang, I think, is one of the melodies in the wedding scene.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Because I know it because Louis Prima did a version of it that was.
Oh, maybe, maybe.
But it might just be an Italian like classic that's been adapted. Like,
some melodies have probably been.
I looked it up. Morgana King was only in 6 different things, so clearly as an actress, she was not very, not
in stuff.
Godfather Part 2, something called Jigsaw John, where she plays Zoe Papas. The Godfather Saga. She was in a movie called Nunzio, and then another one called Deadly Intentions, A Time to Remember, All My Children, and Aunt Rose in 1998.
And all of her cameos on Welcome Back, Kotter, playing Epstein's mama. No. Good. Kotter calls her into back to school and like, ma'am, you really need to come. I need to talk to you. No, la stessa storia.
Maybe that's why she didn't get any more parts, because every time they'd be like, oh, Miss King, would you like to be in this part? You're like, no. It's the same old story.
So she does sing the first verse of this song, and I did a little translation work.
Okay.
And
Numero, minuto, sanza.
17. And the lyrics she sings translate to, there's a moon in the middle of the sea. Mother, I must get married.
Oh,
so
strange.
I think it is a popular wedding song at Italian-American weddings.
And for sailors as well. There's a moon in the middle of the sea. I wonder what that means.
So I did research that, and I don't know particularly the moon significance, but I know the song, Wikipedia describes it as a mother-daughter coming-of-age exchange consisting of various comic and sometimes sexual innuendos.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Also, it's the daughter who must get married.
Yes, it's the daughter who must get married.
She is pregnant. Then.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. The moon's in the ocean now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mama mia.
No.
So I being a musician, I just love the music scenes, and I love hearing people sing. And I wish now in modern American times, more people sang together in groups. And it's sort of a lost practice. And I think back then, generally, more people were doing it. And I know definitely at Italian weddings, people would sing traditional songs. So it's just such a neat, it captures a real neat moment.
Yeah, it's one of the things that technology has robbed from us is that kind of communal bonding experience of singing and, someone singing in a group and, and so on. So,
have you ever gotten up and sang at a wedding or at a bar? I'll accept yes for karaoke.
I would never perform yes for karaoke. I want a roundabout. Yeah. No, I have done karaoke. I did Burning Love by Elvis Presley.
Whoa. How did you memorize the lyrics?
Have you not done karaoke?
I've never done karaoke. No, but I'm kidding. I know the line, the word lyrics.
No, I did it because I figured it would have a lot of performance. I could move my body and stuff. So because I know I'm not a good singer, but I could at least do a funny Elvis impression. Yeah. So there you go.
You could bust out your dancing skills, jazz, tap.
Yeah. So I did 2 years of contemporary, 2 years of African jazz.
Have you ever sang at a wedding?
No.
No. Would you if a bunch of people said, "Oh, come on, Alex"?
Oh, no. Not that old story. I guess I would if for some reason I was at a wedding and someone wanted me to sing. Sure. I love dancing at weddings, so I guess I could try singing. Yeah. But I don't know which I'm worse at, dancing or singing. So that'll be a coin toss.
You have to assume if enough people are trying to get you to sing, calling you up, that you probably have the pipes to be able to do it, or else people wouldn't invite you up.
Tell it to Carrie. I mean, from the movie Carrie.
Oh,
what I'm trying to say is the last wedding I was at, someone dumped pig's blood all over. It was your wedding, so
yeah. Same old story.
Same old story.
No.
The moon is in the sea, and I'm covered in the blood of pigs.
They're all gonna laugh.
Just kidding. They're all gonna laugh. All right, let's switch over to Carrie Minute, and then we'll
Carrie Minute. Wow,
there's so many shows.
I haven't seen it in a while.
I haven't either, and I haven't seen the remake either. Have you seen the remake?
No, I don't think so. I didn't even know there was a remake.
Oh, you know what we should discuss in today's bonus material? We should discuss the idea of remaking The Godfather.
Remaking it how?
Like rebooting it the way they do with every movie.
Rebooting it. So
save it for the post case. Save it for the. It's all right. So you Patreons, you'll know that's what we'll be discussing today. We'll be discussing the idea of rebooting The Godfather.
Oh boy, so many possibilities. I have so many questions. So, what are our constraints? Budget.
Well, let's talk. Anything else about minute 17?
Pretty straightforward. No, just the singing, the Lucy Mancini.
We should point out the band is a live band.
Yes, that's another thing I really miss. Our live performances.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to do because it costs money and so on. But obviously, that's no issue for the Don.
No issue for the Don.
He just Luca Brasi just gave him an envelope full of
which is going right to those those session union guys, clarinets, drummers, timpani, band director. You know what those contracts are like for those band directors.
They're all bloody and stuff. Do you think the band they must get paid something?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure, but I guess.
All right, you're a musician, right?
I am.
Let's say I came to you, I said, Andrea, I got great news. I got you a job, but it's going to be playing for a well-known crime boss.
My brother,
lonely, well-known crime boss.
Alex, why is that good news?
Because you get to play for the Don. So you wouldn't do it?
Actually, I'm going to go back and change my line.
Okay. So Andrew, I got you this job playing for the Corleone family.
So why bring this good opportunity to me? Is that what he says to the Turk?
Yeah, why do I deserve this?
Oh, why do I deserve this?
Something like that, yeah. Well, if you regard playing at a wedding as just simple favor, then
te salud. So the question is, would I do it? I guess you've already obligated me to do it, so I can't say no. Thanks a lot, Alex. The only way I think you can get away with not doing is if you're playing another Don's wedding,
Barzini.
Child's wedding that day.
Then there'll be like the wedding wars where like fighting over musicians and stuff. So.
Luca Brasi shows up at a musician. That's when he takes care of.
So in theory, it sounds like you're saying no, you would not.
I would play it. Hey, a gig is a gig.
True.
The rule for musicians generally is you either play for money or you play for fun, preferably both, but never for neither.
Ooh.
But in this case, if he said, hey, you got to play this gig. Hey, you got to play this gig. And I'm not getting paid, I probably wouldn't have fun because of the pressure and I wouldn't be getting paid. So this is really a third reason I would play a gig if I were being threatened.
Yeah, that's so your three.
But I would try to
reasons.
have fun with
Either
it.
the gig is either you're getting good money, either it's just people you want to play with, or
Or there's a gun against my head, or else
either-
my blood would be on that contract. Definitely.
All
But
right, that's good to know.
you know what? Forgetting all that, I would embrace it. I would have fun with it. I would play the gig. I would be very careful what songs I picked.
You were wearing a bulletproof vest under your tuxedo
Exactly, yeah.
jacket.
Well, I play the bass guitar. That's my primary instrument. So I'd be playing a very large bass on that day. Bulletproof bass. And I would really think about what songs to play. Do you have any suggestions of what songs pop rock we should add to the repertoire?
Burning Love.
Burning Love.
And also, there's a moon in the ocean, so it's time to get wed. That's a parentheses, the last part. There's a moon in the ocean, parentheses, so it's time to get wed, close parentheses. You and I both love parentheses songs.
Oh, parentheses, quotes. Do you think they would want pop hits? Like, I love rock and roll. Wait, is this in the 40s, or is this now? Or Crime Boss came to me now?
Yeah, they would come to you now, but the gig is in the 40s. So and you'd be responsible for your own transportation. So keep that in mind.
So maybe I'll start writing a set list, and then I will publish it on Facebook, and people can comment on the set list.
Perfect. All right, let's do that. All right. So as is our tradition on the show, what do you rank this minute? This might be one of the lower rated minutes so far of the movie because there's very little dialogue. Is there any dialogue?
I love hearing Mama sing.
No.
No. There isn't dialogue. There's pantomime from Santino's wife.
That's right.
As she moves her hands and her friend's joke.
I think no is the only.
Yeah.
And the singing, I guess.
I'm not going to say 2 because it's not a bad minute, but 3. I really do. I'm not just saying it because it's a slower minute, but I love hearing Mama sing. How she gets called up. It's very real.
You're saying 3?
I'm saying 3.
I'm going to go ahead and give it 2.
2. How come?
Not that it's bad. It's just, it feels like a catch your breath kind of a minute after all the excitement of seeing the Don dealing with bakers and funeral directors and so on. This is the first time we're like, okay, now we're just kind of like the Don himself. We're just kind of catching up with the wedding and seeing what's going on. So
it's a transition to the next minute. Yeah.
So, I mean, some of them they can't all be 5 stars.
Absolutely not.
So,
and the Don's not in it.
Don's not in it.
So
in fact,
bumps
any
it down.
scene with Mama Corleone in, I dock a point.
Really? Even when she sings?
Well, no. If she sings, then I raise it back up a point. Meaning it still gets 2.
I wonder if there will be any 1 minutes.
Yes.
Well, they're all 1 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So
that's it for this minute.
That's it for this minute.
We're going to be moving on to 18 next time.
Yeah.
It's going to be legal.
I want to remind everyone we have a Godfather Minute t-shirt for sale.
Do we?
We do. I didn't tell you about that because it's my own little side business I have going on.
Really?
So,
Alex, my brother, I'm supposed to get a cut of that. I don't got enough nickels and dimes in my pocket yet.
So it's part of the, I do that other podcast, Star Wars Minute, and it's available at that store. So if you go to starwarsminute.com/merch, there'll be a link there to the t-shirt store, and then you'll see our shirt for sale there. So check it out with the logo of our show, complete with Marlon Brando in tuxedo.
Awesome.
So, all right. So then, until then, take the gun, leave the cannoli on Godfather Minute.